Welcome to Rootstem, and on this video I'm going to be painting this transition effect on a piece of armour for a Space Marine Dreadnought. Hey guys, right, thank you for joining me. I've got a shoulder pad in front of me. We're going to be doing a bone effect using our airbrushes, and the idea of this is so that it matches up with a Dreadnought I'm currently painting. This is the Dread, and as you can see we've got a transition going from dark to light at the bottom, but it doesn't, that's completely different direction of a transition. What I'm going to show you guys today is just a little bit of how I achieve that, which of course is with modelling masking tape. Yay! And what we're going to do is just to show you everything that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a little bit of base coating with Carrick stone. Let's get that nice and done. And then we're going to be using a Ushabti bone, but first off we're going to use the Seraphim Sepia to darken that off. Now what we're going to be doing when we're going to be using the Seraphim Sepia is we need to darken off certain sections, and then we need to lighten off certain sections. So basically we're going to be swapping, because I'm wanting the sides, if you have a look at, again, just have this one. As you can see, that gradient goes that way, that gradient goes that way. So I'm wanting the exact same thing on this. So we're going to need to make sure that the gradient goes that way and the gradient goes that way. So we're going to have to mark off certain aspects. Now, yep, I'm trying to get this off. Very difficult because I've not left myself an out. But you don't really need a lot of masking tape for this. I will get some scissors, if you excuse me. So what I'm basically doing is just cutting an appropriate amount of tape off. Then, just trying to fix it as best as we possibly can to that side. Now, I might need to adjust slightly and just fold it with my fingers, creating a little tiny bit of a kink. That's just to make sure that that's going through properly. Now I've shown you there, but we're going to be doing that while it's, take that off, save that for later because it's still a bit sticky. We're going to be doing that of course on the model. When it comes to a certain point, we're going to be having to take the masking tape on and off, and we are going to try and save it as best we can so that we don't use too much masking tape, because of course resources. Oh, it should always try and save resources when you can and reuse them. But first off, I'm going to get this Carrick stone airbrushed on, and we're going to give it an all over coat because that's going to be our base. So I've masked off, being very careful because if I peel it I don't want to be peeling off the paint that's underneath, and when you're airbrushing it can be very thin. What I should really have done is maybe put a layer of varnish down, but that's my problem. So we're going to put some Seraphim Sepia into the airbrush. And I'm going to do a little bit of shading towards the top. As you can see, we've got my little bit of shade. I'm going to gently take that off, and we don't have any shade there. Gently take this off, and we're going to put them on the other side. Gingerly. And gingerly here as well. I'll make sure that it's following, because it is slightly curved. I'll try and make sure that I follow those contours. Don't want to be peeling and unpeeling way too much. Right, back at it at the sides. Nice little line. So back again. We're going to be using the shanty bone now, so be careful because you're putting that onto the, well, not fresh, but make sure that these have dried. Now, if you're using Seraphim Sepia, I know that Workshop inks, I call them inks, but no, it's a wash. It does dry very quick, especially through the airbrush. So that I'm not really too worried about, and especially the tape. I actually got this tape from John Britton's, a toy master in Whitby. So I know that this stuff is proper modelling tape, so it shouldn't bring anything off, but I'm still being gingy and I'm still being careful. Right, let's get your Shabty Bone loaded and let's get some highlights done. Now, strangely, I don't really need to mark this one off because hopefully, doing it this way, I'm not going to get any overspray. Nope, there we are. Now we've got a bit of a transition line going on there, and transition line I did try and cut it back in with a little bit of Carrick Stone. We're going to get some dry brush, very careful, and we're going to edge highlight carefully, because a dry brush can remove your paint quite easily, and we're going to edge highlight the whole thing with some Shabty Bone. I might need a, it's quite good, this particular armour piece, because of course it's quite flat, so it's allowing me with my makeshift flat dry brush to be able to run down the edges and not pick anything up, which is a good thing. But what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of white to this, and we're just going to cut back in and reinforce what we're already doing. Oh, it's looking well already. Now we've got the white back in. When we get this finally on the guide, on the actual Dreadnought, we'll put some transfers on. That's going to be looking perfect. So like I say, one of the important things is to make sure that you dry brush all the edges, especially on a flat armor piece. If you can't get to the edges, then of course try and just do some normal edge highlighting. I could edge highlight this bit here, to be honest with you, but I think I'll do that off camera because I need an incredibly steady hand, and I always seem to mess up when I'm on camera, which is great. I think I'm going to cut back in with a bit more Shabty Bone as well, just so I can. There's a bit of a transition mess there, but that's because I'm doing it quick. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is now going to go on this model here, and it's going to make it look very pretty indeed. Well, thanks very much for watching. Sorry this is a quick and easy one this week. At the moment, I am still painting up loads of these guys, not the Dread, loads of his fellow guys, some foot sluggers and the Dread, which will be coming soon, which is why there's not been any videos out for about a week. So I thought I'd get this shoulder pad done, get it shown to you guys, get it out there on the channel. Well, thanks very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button if you do want to see more. And hopefully, fingers crossed, next week you'll be seeing me paint up a crap load of Dark Angels. Until then, we'll see you next time.